conversation was we were talking about the most important thing, the most important item in a house, and I said that the most important thing in a house was the dining room table. The most important thing and the most important use. I said it was the dining room table, and what I meant by that is, remember, of course, like back in the day when we used to have dinner at the dining room table. People used to have dinner at the dining room table. Well, the dining room table was used for you name it, development, learning, listening, teaching, mannerism, um, you know, like a round table effect. Like, okay, what did you do in school today? What did you learn in school today? What happened in school today? Well, Jimmy did this and Jimmy did, and Mary did whatever, And it was like, okay, well, you go to school tomorrow, and if Jimmy does that, well, then here's what you do, or here's what you say. And then it was how was your day? Let me tell you how my day was, and let me tell you what I experienced today. Let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what I learned. Let me tell you what I learned not to do. Um, I think that's a very important, very, very important development time around the table. Just configuring what everybody did. What did you do today? What were your experiences? That's where the dining room table. That's where you learned all of your mannerisms. You learned about each other because you kind of picked up on updates. Like it was like an update time. It was a time. Well, it was a time to pray. It was a time to bless your meal. It was time to have a meal together, enjoy your meal. It was a time to, everybody has something to share. Everybody has something to share at the table. Um, remember when, sitting at the table having dinner. Wow, it was an important event that it wasn't interrupted. It was something that it's dinner time. Company has to leave, or a company can't be here unless they're staying for dinner, of course. But tell your company to come home. Your mother used to say, tell your company to go home because y'all got to come in the house and eat. That kind of thing. Unless, like I said, unless they were staying for dinner. But that dining room table effect, to me, is one of the most powerful developmental tools that has ever been in the home. You know what I mean? As far as just the place, the dining room table, that's the place where everybody has input, everybody learns something, everybody's going to hear something or be reminded of something, or they're going to share an experience, or they're going to, I mean, it's just powerful. I mean, and of course, we've gotten so far away from that where we don't sit down and have dinner. We don't sit around, we don't sit down and talk about things that are so important. We've gotten all away from that. So I think that if you're not using your dining room table for that development, for that growth, for that bonding, for that update of information and teaching and timeouts and quiet times and quiet just enjoying a meal together, wow, I think you should be. And I think that right there, um, I truly believe it would make a big difference. A big difference. I think it just brings people together. It really, really brings people together. I think that's important. We've gotten away from it, and we need to go back to it. That's what I think.